Greetings and welcome to Beyond Everyday Talks with Kellie. Today we're going to be looking into ghosts and the paranormal. We are also featuring a special guest today, Aries, and of course our host, Kellie. Let's take it away.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. I'd like to take a moment to remind everybody to subscribe and share, and don't forget to hit that reminder bell so you don't miss any new content. We're going to try a little something new. We're going to talk about spooks and specters and all kinds of scary things. Aries is my friend Rachel, and she recently went to a paranormal conference here in Michigan. And I'm going to have her talk about that now. Rachel, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. But yeah, that convention, let me tell you, so much to learn about and so many new people to meet and different experiences to hear about. It was super awesome. Great time, for sure.
Great. Where was the convention at
That
again?
was in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan.
Okay, that's it. For those of you who aren't from Michigan, that's in our Upper Peninsula. And can you tell us about maybe some of the keynote speakers?
Yeah, so one of the speakers was a man named John Tenney, and he's been doing this paranormal stuff for quite some time. I think he said it was about 30 something years that he's been doing this.
Wow.
Yeah, he's been in it for a little while, but he told a really interesting story about how he was helping this guy, this client that he had. This client said he swore that his house was haunted and that, when he was sitting on the couch in the living room, that he'd always stare at this one spot on the floor. And so John was sitting in a booth one day, and I believe he was ordering food or something. And this girl walked by and she recognized who he was and sat down and told him, "Oh my gosh, I have a great ghost story. You need to hear about it, blah, blah, blah." So, he wasn't listening at first because he's like, "Yeah, I hear this all the time." Well, she said the key words, "There's a spot on the living room floor that I just sit and I stare at, and I can't pull myself away from it." And it really caught his attention. He's like, "Okay, wait, this is what my client's dealing with." And he ended up telling us that he tore the floor up and that he found a necklace under the floorboards and in this vent. And his client pulled out a photo album and it was his wife wearing that necklace. And John told us that the girl who sat down across from him in the booth was that same girl. It was that client's wife that had died and moved on. And it was like, whoa, seriously? Like, you really, that was awesome.
Oh my God,
Something,
how crazy is
yeah.
that?
How did her
Yeah,
necklace get there?
That I have no idea, and no one knows that and
yeah,
how it
I thought
happened.
the same thing. Like maybe she put it there to make him look at the same spot on the floor.
Maybe. Yeah.
I
I
it's
mean,
so weird. Yeah. Like why would it be there in the vents? But when you told it to me that it just gave me the bumps. I was like, "Whoa, I got goosebumps from it." And I just did it again. I'm like, "Holy moly."
yeah, it's very, very awesome
Can
experience to hear
haunted,
about.
can like haunted or supernatural objects like that haunt you from a distance? I thought it was some of those things where you had to be like a like next to it to affect you, right?
I mean, not necessarily. I think that if it were something that had energy that was somehow drawing you to it, it wouldn't necessarily have to be right next to you. I feel like it would have to be in the general vicinity, but maybe not right next to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you got to meet somebody who actually worked with the Warrens, right?
Yes.
Oh
Yep, that
wow.
was another speaker. Yep, Jeff Ballinger. Um, he knew Ed and Lorraine Warren as a teenager, and he told us about how he would stand in her kitchen and she would take these phone calls, and people would be asking her for help and asking her all sorts of questions, and he's like, just reminiscing about it. It was really cool to hear about that too, because Ed and Lorraine Warren, they were huge. I
Yeah.
mean,
Huge demonologists, they have books and everything. Yeah. And now the Conjuring movies and oh Lord have mercy.
yep, yep. And one of the stories that Jeff had told us about in this conference was a place in called North Manchester, Maine. This was back in 1792. And he
Mhm.
said that this is how the story goes. I mean, obviously he wasn't there to see this happen, but the story goes that there was a boulder in the foundation that wouldn't move. These workers were trying to build something there, and this boulder, they just could not move it for the life of them. And he said that one of the workers apparently made the statement, I would sell my soul to the devil for this boulder to move. And the next day, all the workers showed up except for that worker, and that boulder had been moved to the complete opposite side. And then there was footprints that were engraved into this boulder as though someone had been running away from something.
Oh my goodness.
What fork in the road did he cross?
Yeah,
Apparently the one that lost him his soul to the devil.
Oh
yeah,
shit.
yeah. But I mean,
Oh,
he put
no.
up a picture of the boulder too, and you could clear as day see the footmarks in it. And it was just
Good.
really cool to see. It was like, holy crap, how did that even happen?
Yeah, that's scary. I want to see that boulder like in person. I
For
wonder,
Mm-hmm.
sure.
wonder if
It's
we could
almost
ever
like
make
that
it rain.
weeping angel in Rome. I think it's where it's at. The one that like bleeds.
Oh
It's
yeah,
made
I
of
think
stone.
I've heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not
like
sure if it's real or not, but like if it
I
is,
want to see that.
what the hell?
I want to go to the Salem Cemetery in Salem, Massachusetts. I'd like to visit Salem, but I really want to go to that cemetery there.
Oh
That
yeah.
would be really cool to go see Salem. I would like that.
I
I
want
would
to
like
do a
to
trip
too. We
all
should do
over
it.
New England.
A
We should
haunted
all-
ghost trip.
Oh
Go
my
hit up
God.
all the haunted places.
Well, I
Yeah.
knew this guy. I think he calls himself like the Green Man of Salem or something, but he does haunted tours of Salem, like old Salem, like the actual I think it's Denver's now and New Salem and a couple other places.
Yeah.
He was a practicing pagan, I think, too, or Wiccan or some sort.
Ew.
Ew.
That's yeah. I don't know. I just feel like if you don't know about it, you probably shouldn't mess with it. You know,
Well, I think he knew
oh,
about it.
it's outside my window, you guys. I don't even have
There's
a
a what?
hummingbird feeder. Yeah, I had a hummingbird just hovering right outside my window. And I don't
Oh,
even
that's
have,
cool.
and
That
I
is
don't even
awesome.
have a hummingbird feeder. So I'm like, oh, look at that. It's just hovering right there outside the
Are
window.
you sure it was a hummingbird and not one of the big humming moths?
No, I'm sure it was a hummingbird. I could see it. I'm close enough to the window to see it. I just happened to look out there, and it was just like right there, all peeking in and stuff, all nosy. My place must smell really nice.
Yes, of course. Probably smells like, I don't know, harvest
Melon,
these
So if you
melons.
guys, I
melon.
have to ask a question. I have to ask a question. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If
Yes.
you guys were ghosts, would you haunt someone's smelly ass house, or would you pick a clean house? I'm just curious.
I
Well, if
think I would
you're
probably. I'll answer it. I would pick somebody with a dirty house. That way, I could like give them like a fearful haunting until they actually start cleaning or move.
You just get madder and madder the more you're just around it. You're like, ooh, start throwing shit at them.
Cleanliness is next to godliness.
oh my
I'll
gosh.
find it in the steam on the mirror.
That would be fantastic. But I was wondering though, if you're a ghost, would the smell of a dirty house bother you?
I
So would it matter if it was dirty or clean?
Well,
That's
if you're
question is
non-corporeal, probably not, but maybe the sight and the lack of effort around the house. I don't know. If you're a ghost, I guess they like ruin homes anyway, so they might feel comfortable with like mold.
I don't know. I mean, look, what makes us think if they can see and they can hear and they can speak, they seem to have their senses. Well, most of them. So
Yeah.
why couldn't they, you know,
Yeah.
smell?
Well, I guess you have to ask what senses translate from living to the afterlife.
You know what? We could ask the Ouija board.
If we have one.
I knew.
Yeah, I think there's an app. You know what? Next time we do one of these, we're gonna play the digital Ouija board.
No,
Oh boy.
no.
You know, speaking of the Ouija board, though, there was another speaker, Karen Dahlman, who spoke about the Ouija board. She's been doing this, practicing for 49 years. She had a lot of really good information. It was very interesting. And like, I went into it, thinking, yeah, the Ouija board is evil. And the one thing that she said that really spoke to me was that it's evil if you use it for evil. But if you have good intentions and you're using it for good, then it will be good.
It
And
makes
she,
you wonder because
yeah.
if you look at like some of the Bible thumpers and stuff, it's like once you're in heaven, you don't care to communicate with the people that you've left behind, which kind of surprises me to begin with because you chose those people to be with before you went down anyway, right? If you believe in that.
Mhm.
Hey.
But
I just want to say, if I ever die, I'm gonna come back as a ghost, and we're still doing the show. So just letting you guys know.
It sounds
great.
good.
That's fun. He's gonna haunt me from the grave.
Oh yeah, oh
You know
yeah.
what though? Like, pick anybody that you could haunt if become a ghost or whatnot. Who
Mm,
would you pick?
Oh shit.
I have a
Or
friend list.
what building would you pick?
Well, I guess if I'm gonna be a ghost, if I was gonna be a ghost, I want to be like a poltergeist or something. And I know exactly who I'd haunt, but I'm not gonna name names.
Okay, all right.
But trust and
Um,
believe that I'll scare that person to the death and it'll be good. And then I'll be an evil spirit and then I'm gonna go to hell.
Well, then you'll have like the ghost hunters after you.
yeah.
Lord have mercy. And who you got to meet? You got to meet the ghost
Yes.
hunter. Chase.
Yes, I did meet the team of taps. That was pretty awesome. Got a photo with them, me and my father. That was awesome.
That is awesome. That is
Yep,
like,
met.
oh,
Yep,
I'm.
we met Destination Fear as well.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
Sounds like you had a
We,
lot of fun. Sounds like there's a lot of big names in paranormal up there.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. There was. Yep.
there
There
are
was.
Was the
definitely going next year.
Yes, I do plan on going again next year. Definitely.
was
Yes,
it
I'll be there as well.
so was the not conference but the convention specifically ghosts, or like was there aliens or Bigfoot, anything like
Actually no, they did talk about other stuff and touch on other stuff. Me and my dad didn't sit through everything because it's a really long day to sit there from like 9 in the morning till 6, 7 o'clock at night.
Oh yeah, I got a lot of different speakers.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, lots of different speakers. There was one gentleman that spoke on Bigfoot, or a group that spoke on Bigfoot or about Bigfoot. We didn't sit in on that one. And there was another group that did talk about aliens, extraterrestrials, stuff like that, but we didn't really sit in on that whole thing either. So I didn't hear much about those ones.
That
Yeah,
sounds
that's a lot
interesting.
to sit on.
What was the name of the conference again? I forgot.
It was MI Paracon.
MI Paracon.
Yep.
I'm just, yeah. I'm excited to go next year. Like, I'm ready to go now for next year. Like, why can't it be then now or now then? Or wait, I'm so confused. But
Why can't
moving
it
on,
be
moving
that?
on to other paranormal stuff, and I wanted to kind of talk about like a strange incident that I had happened to me. Um, and I was feeling kind of down. I was feeling like a little down, a little out, kind of like, feeling a little blue. You just get that way. Everybody does. And I was just laying
Mhm.
in bed thinking, this is stupid. And all of a sudden, I felt like a hand on my shoulder. I was laying on my side in my bed, just being, you know, me. And anywho, I just felt that hand on my shoulder, and I just felt comforted instantly. And I just felt like
Mhm.
that was amazing. And I know somebody would say, "Oh, that was definitely a demon." But no, it wasn't a demon. You would not feel comforted by a demon. I'm just putting that one
No.
out there. Not very
Yeah, no.
comforting.
It'd be a complete different feel for sure.
But it was definitely, it felt so comfortable and felt non-scary and non-threatening. Like, I wasn't even frightened or worried or anything after that happened.
Well, that's good. So comforting spirit.
Yeah, it felt very comforting. It was very soothing. Yeah, I wanted to kind of just touch base on that. What do you guys think about that?
I think
Jordan?
that's awesome, and at the conference, like, I forget who it was. I think it was Karen who was speaking about how some spirits are the comforting kind, and the more wisdom type, where they just want to speak to you and give you wisdom and their opinions, and how to go about life and whatnot. So sounds like that was a comforting spirit, a good one that probably
Um,
would communicate with you if you wanted to.
no,
Oh
thanks.
yeah.
I'll take the comfort though.
I think that goes back to like ancient traditions too, where like the spirits will guide the living, and help us out. Like Native American culture wise, I mean, you can even see it in Catholicism with like the veneration of the saints, stuff like that. I think it's a distinct possibility if there is a paranormal out there.
Yeah. Yeah. And then do we have video of something?
Oh yeah, we have a few videos. Which one do you want to watch? The Aussie one or the cat one?
Oh, do the cat one.
The cat
Everyone
one?
loves cats.
Not everyone, but yeah, cats are cool.
All right, moment
If
here.
you like animals that kill for fun.
Goes along
All
with
right,
my
let's
feisty
just play.
personality.
Okay. How's it going loading that video?
It's up. It's playing.
Oh, it's not playing on the other side yet. Now it is.
What?
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
Um.
Ooh. Ooh.
Okay.
Whoa. Oh, them poor cats.
To my knowledge, the cats are alive, so that's good.
Oh, there's a shadow moving in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hell no. Yeah, the cat's looking right at it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
That cat's on his hind legs. He's scared of something. Oh.
Mm. Ooh. Mm.
That's why I love cats, you guys. They're very aware.
They are indeed. Okay, well, that was kind of scary. I mean, the fact that you could see a shadow walking makes you wonder.
Yeah. Well, in the video that happened December 18th, 2019. So good thing they were able to get their vacation done then, because it was right after that we got nailed by COVID.
Right.
Imagine how many haunted hospitals
Positive
there are
looking.
now. You
But
guys know
yeah.
like how all those old tuberculosis institutions are all like haunted now? Like imagine these hospitals. They
Oh,
weren't
Mm.
haunted
I'm
before.
sure hospitals are extremely haunted. They'd have
But
to be.
listen, back to this video. I saw the shadow. It was like a human shadow when he did the pan in, and you could see the form and those cats and the table moving and the
Mm-hmm.
door shutting. That I'm telling you what. And then it panned the camera to the wall for the rest of the time. Like,
I think those cats were beyond scared because they would have started running, but they were like they didn't want to move. They were terrified.
Yeah.
yeah, that one cat was on its hind legs. Cats don't usually sit like that unless they want bread, like Kevin. Yeah, they don't usually
So
sit like that. That's yeah. And the other cat didn't want to go in the room, but I think they wanted to be together. That was more important.
yeah. My question is that a poltergeist? I mean, it did open a door. I mean, there's evidence of physical activity there.
Right. Yeah, it could have been.
Well, it was messing with the cat, so it's either a poltergeist or a ghost who doesn't like cats.
That's
You don't
upsetting.
mess with the cats. That's how you get banned.
And dogs too will stare at certain things. They have like those ghost stories, and the dog was staring at the
Mhm.
wall, and yeah.
I've
And
heard.
my cats have actually done that in the house that I'm in right now. They have went to the stairs and just stared at the corner at the basement door and just staring at it and meowing at it. So creepy.
Ooh, maybe
That's
there's a mouse in there though. Put a mouse trap down and see what happens.
Right.
And if
Yes,
you
got
don't
to
get
do
a
some
mouse,
debunking first.
yeah, if you don't get a mouse, then you know it's a ghost.
Well, I would do a lot more, debunking than that. Got to figure everything out. Could be
gotta
a
get
frog. We
some
did have a frog in there at
EVPs.
one point.
And well, I'll tell
EV.
you what, my sister's house is haunted.
Oh my god, that place is haunted.
That place is haunted, haunted.
What makes
Yeah,
you say it's haunted? What experiences
That
have
thing
you
told
had?
us to get the fuck out.
it did. We heard it.
Those
You know
literal
what we
words,
Really?
did?
get the fuck out.
Yeah, guess what we did?
You ran?
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
the fuck out. We were
place is,
gone. It said get out. We were gone. Yes. It shut the garage door.
Oh
yeah,
no.
yeah, yeah. That place. You know,
Yeah.
anytime you'd stay there, and a lot of times, like I'd stay in the basement overnight or whatever, and you felt like there was someone watching you all the time down there. It was weird. You could hear people walk up the stairs.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Yeah.
some of the, and like some of it, you can say, maybe the house is settling, but like when you're hearing footsteps going up the stairs, and you're the only
Oh,
one
that's
there,
very
there's something
creepy.
up.
I was at my sister's by myself in the kitchen, and just I don't know what I was doing in her kitchen, but I was just hanging out in the kitchen. I heard somebody walking upstairs and not a soul was there. The boys weren't out of school yet. Her husband and she were both gone, and so there's nobody in the house but me and my dog Scooby and their dog Bandit. And both the dogs did not go up the stairs, and they were right there with me. And I heard like distinct footsteps going down the hallway upstairs. I'm telling you, haunted. I told my sister about it. She thought I was crazy.
Oh my
I'm like, I'm
gosh.
the only one. I
Yeah,
am not the only one.
that's the messed up part is they've really, because I think the boys told me that they've experienced some things, but like Jenny
Yes.
hasn't, Doug I don't think has, or at least they're not admitting it.
Yeah. Both the boys told me they've experienced things.
Yeah, that
Footsteps
house,
in the hallway. Yep.
the house has something in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
that's very
house.
creepy.
Yeah. Somebody didn't want to let go. Yeah.
But
That house was spooky.
if you had the equipment, would you have tried to contact it or anything?
No.
No.
Yeah, I would. I'd give it a shot.
No, no.
If
That
if
I'm
if,
telling you,
if there's
no,
more
no.
than just me, I would get. If I had some people with me, yeah, I'd
Well,
totally give it a shot.
okay,
Because
there was a time years ago when the boys were young, and we lived in this apartment with the company that I worked for. Um and we were in this, I swear, it was the scary. we my friend was Nikki was working in Detroit, and she was kind of between apartments, so she was just temporarily staying with us. And she was about to be home probably within 30 minutes when all this stuff started. And was Nathan home then, or was he visiting his dad? It was just you and me.
I think it was just you and me, and I think I vaguely remember the story.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We were in my bedroom watching TV, me and Jordan just laying in bed. I was trying to get him to go to sleep. And we heard the cabinets open and closing in the kitchen.
Ooh. Oh heck
Uh-huh.
no.
Yeah, and then we heard like we had carpet in the hallway, but you know how on carpet you can still hear somebody moving?
Yeah, like a
No.
shuffling almost.
Yeah, like a rustling.
Yeah.
We heard that. Then the bedroom door did some stuff, and oh my God, Nikki
I was trying
got
to open
there.
the door, wasn't it?
Yeah, I shut the door and it was moving the doorknob. Well, Nikki showed up right after that. She she came in, and we were telling her what was going on, and all of a sudden I can't remember what happened. Do you remember what happened? And all three of us were in my bed.
I think
Huh.
we saw something in one of the bedrooms in the hallway.
Yeah, that's it. We did. We saw an apparition right in the hallway, and we shut my door, and that's when it was turning the knob again. Oh yeah,
Ooh.
that's something. And I ended up this happened, and then maybe 6 months or so later, Halloween time, CK 105 in Flint had a contest. If you had, and I told them that story, and if they picked your story, they would bring ghost hunters to your house.
Oh.
Oh,
So I won. I had the scariest story. And they brought ghost hunters to my apartment, and Channel 12 News came. I did an interview. They blocked my face for me, and it was really, but it was when the ghost hunters were there, they caught a ton of orbs. They caught a face in one of my florals. Um,
Mm.
one of my floral pictures I had on the wall, and they had put their voice recorder in one room, and they came back and it had been moved to a
Oh,
whole other room. Yes.
I remember that house was terrifying, dude.
that's really creepy.
Yeah, very much so. They caught a lot, and we went back on the show and talked about it, and I think it was, I can't remember, her name was Stephanie something. She had come out, Stephanie K. had come out, and it was nice to meet everybody, and they got to witness my haunted house, and it was just something crazy from there. Yeah. They
Man.
they did come back and they did a blessing in my house, and that helped a little bit, but what really helped was moving. And we
Yeah.
we
Sometimes
moved.
that's the only solution.
Yes,
Yeah.
we moved. We were out. I loved it. It was a beautiful apartment, 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths. Everybody had their own rooms and, you know, but we had to. I'm like, there was no way. I remember going into Jordan's room when he was little, and he had just come out of his crib, and I think he was in a toddler bed or whatever, but he had the stuffed Teletubby pillow, and I stepped on it and it squealed like a pig.
Oh
I'm
my gosh.
Oh my God, that thing went right out to the trash because it didn't have a squeaker in it.
Oh.
Yeah, it did not have a squeaker in it. Didn't have nothing. I chucked it. This is why you lost your little red Teletubby.
I
Hello.
remember that thing. It scared the shit out of me, dude.
Yeah, well,
Then
quickly.
I had
And
something. I remember this distinctly. I was looking through a toy box, and I had something that would throw shit at me when I would turn my back and like look into the toy box. It like it'd beam me in the head with something. It was fucking stupid.
oh my
That's
God.
really weird. That's
I thought it
scary.
was. I thought it was
Especially for a
Nathan, but he
kid.
wasn't home, and
Mm,
you were napping on the couch, I think. And yeah,
Or
I was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh my gosh. Kelly, you mentioned that apparition, and my mom told me a story one time about how I think I was like 5 or 6, and she had put me to bed, and she was laying in bed, and she said that she saw this small, like, shadow out in the hallway. And she kept saying, Rachel, go to bed. Rachel, go to bed. And then it kind of disappeared. And then she said that she heard something else. And so she like got up to go check. And she said, I was in bed, like out cold in bed. And so she was
oh,
like, okay. So then she went back to her bed. She laid down and she said that this black apparition came towards her and laid across her. And she instantly got cold.
oh my Lord.
That is terrifying.
That's
See,
that's not a normal ghost. That's. I don't think ghosts do that. I think they just try to scare you from a distance.
I think
Right? I
that's like
mean,
a demon, yeah, that's like a demon type thing. And people don't believe.
demon, yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, people don't believe in these things, and people who've had experiences do. I've had more experiences than that. I just don't talk about them. I mean, I've had a few. I've seen things that aren't there. I'm not crazy. Like I'm like
Right.
not like that. And you know, and I've had it happen several times. And I woke my ex up screaming in bed because there was a ghost standing over me. And I'm like, the
Oh my
fuck?
gosh. That would be
You
so terrifying.
I think it's messed up, and there's been other things. And, even as far as like, Nathan's basement when I was living with him before I got my new apartment. And just to have I looked down there, I remember seeing that thing. What did I call it? A gremlin?
A
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
goblin.
you told
Goblin.
me something was yeah, goblin. You told me something was in there.
He
Yeah,
told you?
no, I did.
Oh.
I told her. Yeah, I told Nathan. He didn't believe me. And I made him go and look because I was like, there's something down there. He's like, there's no stupid goblins in the basement, Mom. Sorry, sucker. And that's after I moved out, he started getting locked out of his house. Remember that lock you used to try to turn, Rachel?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, and
you told me about that it's locked you guys out a couple times.
it locked him out, never locked me out.
Oh,
And
not
it was
you.
that
Oh.
old skeleton
Mhm.
key lock thing, wasn't it? The thing that he doesn't
Yeah,
even use.
yeah.
Yeah, that thing was
Turn
that
it a
that
couple
was strange.
times. Yeah, and it has to be turned a couple times before it actually lock. And it was like fully turned all the way in
Mm.
to the lock. Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, things like that do happen to people. And, I don't know if it runs in families or some people have more of a sensitivity to things that are out of the ordinary or what.
Mhm. It could be
Yeah.
more of a sensitivity
You
to
guys ever
things.
heard of like thought forms or like truly like non-human energy?
Mm.
I believe in vibrational energy that connects one to the universe, that everything is connected.
like I think the theory goes like we're like horrible or really good things happen. It creates a type of energy, and over the ages, it builds up to a point where it almost becomes an entity of its own, seeking energy from other places,
Yeah.
and haunts
I mean,
things in particular.
that that's almost the complete opposite of manifestation. I mean, like you're talking about manifestation, but not
Yeah, it's
manifestation.
more of like think of for an instance like a death camp, like how much negative energy that has accumulated.
Yeah.
Like just besides the ghosts and the stories there, what else is created from all the negative energy?
Right. Good
Right.
point.
Yeah. Valid.
Mm-hmm.
And who's to say that that type of energy stays in one place?
Where's it gonna go?
Find other sources to keep itself fed, to keep growing.
It makes you wonder, like, how come why can some entities do more powerful things like throw things and close doors and lock doors
Mm-hmm.
and
Or
some
grab you, pull you.
now, and that's another story I have. And Jordan will remember this when we were in St. Augustine, Florida. We were going through the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum. Do you remember this, Jordan? Hello?
Do you remember this? I remember that.
Yes. And so we were it was single file across this like catwalk type thing, and you could look at this ginormous model of a Ferris wheel where the car never stops swinging. And they said, "Oh yeah, we've had some things here." And then all of a sudden I felt this thing tug my sweatshirt. And I was like,
Oh,
"What?"
that's
So of
creepy.
course, well, I know, and we have, different reactions to like fear stimulus. And my reaction generally is flight. So I took off running and ran smack into my
Oh,
friend
yeah.
Todd's back.
I
I,
remember that. Yeah, he was like, "Are you okay?" And you're like, "Something just tugged on me."
oh my God, I was like wanting to get out of there.
Oh,
It
that's really
just makes you think. Like,
terrifying.
just makes you
But
think what you put out into the world, the thoughts, the energies, the vibes, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially, someone else could reap what you sow.
Right. My dad said that one time he was in bed and something tugged him, like grabbed his foot and yanked him down from the bed.
Oh hell no!
Not
mm-mm.
completely off the bed, but down, like slid him down the bed by doing that.
Was that in the same place where your mom saw the other creature?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh Lord, see, it's probably that was probably a demon.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, that's negative, Ghost Rider.
Yeah,
Uh-uh.
where that thing
So,
came from, no clue.
would you guys be down for a ghost investigation?
I would do it. I would
I
do
would
it.
do it. I would do it, but I can't promise that I won't run away and scream.
I mean, like we could find a haunted place and do an investigation on it, see if it is haunted.
I
Very
remember that
mildly.
one time we did that cemetery in Flint Township.
Oh my god! And we got
Oh.
that full body apparition.
Yeah, I was running and I would stop because I got scared. I got spooked. We were going to go see the cracked whip statue in the dark, and there was a little group of us, and I got spooked, and I turned, and because my reaction is not fight, it is flight. Flight. I run. I will leave my children. I don't even care. I'm gone.
Right.
And I,
Fend
I,
for yourself.
I was like, I got to get pictures though. I got to get pictures. So as I was running, I would stop. First off, because I was wearing low-rise jeans, I had to stop, pull my jeans back up, and then snap a couple pictures, and then I'd go. Like we climbed. Okay, so we trespassed a little bit. I think there's a statute of limitations on that, but we climbed over the fence. So instead of climbing over the fence to get out, I like rolled under it. I like literally threw myself to the ground, rolled, got up and continued running. Uh-huh. Oh yeah, I was like a ninja. But I got home and I had a digital camera and I uploaded all of my pictures. And one of the times that I stopped running to take pictures and pull my pants up, I got a full body apparition. It looked like it was a man running towards me.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
that's creepy.
Yeah, and for the life of me, cannot find it. I had it on a thumb drive, and I cannot find my thumb drive with all my photos
Hey,
on it. A
quick
little upset.
question. Are you sure that's not your soul trying to catch up with your body?
Except for it was coming from the wrong direction.
I just remember you switched over really quick, took a photo, and then like started boogieing it again.
That was
Oh
funny.
my.
Oh yeah,
No
I
I
don't
just
know
kidding.
how we didn't get caught, but yeah.
You
yeah,
know
because
what? I don't know how I didn't get caught. Like with some of my friends back in high school, we did that. We went to graveyards and went running around in them and stuff, and but never had anything really happen, where I like caught something on camera or anything. But one of the things that did happen, I won't say what graveyard this was because I don't want to get in trouble for it later, but me and my friends went to this graveyard and we decided to go through the fence. I think we hopped the fence or opened the gate, something like that. Anyway, we were walking around. We decided to walk down the dirt road, and I noticed that someone was standing next to one of my friends that was not part of the group. Like it was a male, and he was tall and skinny. And I remember he had like a blue hoodie on and then blue jeans, and he was walking within arm's reach of my friend Nicole. And I kind of leaned over to her and I said, Nicole, there is someone next to you. And she turned over. She saw this person, this thing next to her, and she just started screaming. So we all just took off running. Well, my mom came, picked us up, and drove us past the graveyard. And the gates were open. We had not left them open. We had closed them. I know that for a fact because we leave everything how we found it. We don't, get into stuff. It was just walking around and trying to catch a ghost, if we could.
Well, you caught
But
one.
when we drove past, the gate was wide open and we were freaking out. We're like, what the heck? It's open. How is that open? Well, this person was standing next to one of the graves and just leaning against it. And so we started screaming more and we're like, Mom, that's the thing, that's the thing. And she saw the thing, she saw the person. I mean, if it was a person, I still do not 100% know. But we went down the road a little bit, turned back around, came past it again, and the gate was shut and this person was nowhere to be found.
that's creepy.
It's
Chances
very
are
creepy.
That
it
is
pissed
very,
off a
very
ghost.
creepy. All right.
I would
So,
imagine you'd probably hear him coming up.
so some really good things that we talked about for this show, and I think it's about time to close it up, isn't it?
42 minutes. Up to you guys.
Yeah, I'm
That's a
ready.
yeah, that's a good time.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think it's a good time to end the show with a don't forget to subscribe to this channel, hit that reminder bell, like my video so I get up there in the algorithms, and share me with your friends. And until next time, and we'll be talking more spooky stuff. I've got more fun stories for y'all, and I think Rachel might have some too.
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
This is going to be a fun new platform for everyone, and I thank you all for being patient with us, and I hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, and I will be coming back with some politics, taking a quick mental health break, because a lot of it is overwhelming, but I do want to kind of touch base for those of us in the northern states, northern Midwest, whose oil primarily comes from, I believe it's Indiana. The refinery there had an electrical fire and they're predicting gas shortages for here in Michigan. So don't forget to top your tanks off.
Mm,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, they're predicting gas shortages. Yeah, I guess Whitmer has signed some sort of executive order allowing the diesel drivers the diesel truck drivers and the gasoline drivers or whatever those the liquid hauler trucks to bring in.
Hmm.
They can go drive over their hours and all of that stuff here in Michigan in order to get the gas to the gas stations, but there's no guarantee it'll happen.
Oh wow.
Um, and so anticipate gas prices to go up and for demand to exceed supply soon, just in case. Top your tank.
Oh, yeah.
And with that, thank you for joining us. And I will be doing a politics show Hopefully in the next couple of days, just give me some time here and we'll be back in the rhythm of things. And we're hoping to bring you Beyond Everyday Talks with Kellie and Rachel at least once a week, maybe twice. We'll see what we can do. Rachel does work. I, however, am retired, but taking naps is my job. Anyway, with that being said, have an amazing evening and thanks for joining us. Thank you, Jordan, for producing a wonderful show. And thank you again, Rachel.